Fighters, how you doing tonight? Wednesday night, time for a street fight. It'll be a real delight. I'm glad you're here. My name is Brett Payne. My co-host is Brian Quinby. We do this every single week live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're on one of those platforms, come hang out in the chat. Talk to us. Let us know what's up. There's lots of other cool people that hang out there every single week as well. So thank you for showing up and, livening up the joint a little bit. You can find what we do on your podcast players. You can find us on the live streaming channels. And if you want even more of what we do, head over to patreon.com, patreon.com. You sign up for a monthly supporter amount. You get some bonuses from us. For $1 a month, you get our bonus audio. For $3 a month, you get the bonus audio and the zine. And then for $5 a month, you get the audio, the zine, and our special video show, Undercover Business Tyrants. Basically, that's Brian and I watching the TV show Undercover Boss and talking shit about it. We can't really put it on any other channel because it's completely illegal to put on like YouTube and Vimeo and shit. So you get the private file from us. They're a lot of fun. The people that watch them love them. And we do some pretty hilarious shit on there. That doesn't really hasn't been on any other show. I think I'm going to cut out a clip this week that we just did that was pretty funny about check engine lights.
One of the classic comedy staples, check engine lights.
Yeah, so we were watching Undercover Boss, and this guy Daniel, during his meeting with the boss, he mentions that life is hard, and he's like rattling off reasons, and what he says is the check engine light is always on. And I'm like, God damn, everybody in the world knew exactly what he meant when he said that, you know?
Oh, yeah. I drove... Let's not do the bit if we're going to release
Sure.
We want to release the bit. So, Brett, this week... Well, I went grocery shopping today. Somebody was just making fun of me in a Facebook group about shopping every day. Sure. I may have done it this time where I don't have to go shopping for a few days.
Wow. You planned ahead.
Here's the deal. Dealy, yo. One, I have started buying things in bulk. Two things, but it's a big deal.
You got that bag of onion money.
But it's not, it really isn't a money thing now. It was like the shaming from you and our listeners and my daughter. Okay. So Gwen fell in love with these granola bar nut butter bars. They're not granola. I'm doing them they're terrible. They fucking suck. They're Kashi brand. You know, it's like Kashi is like expensive because it says it's good for you is all it is. It's not good. It doesn't taste good.
It's owned by like Nabisco, and they just take the same like Hidden Valley granola bars, and then they just put a Kashi thing on the outside and like, ram a pistachio in there or something.
And I don't know how she got on these and started liking them, but they stopped selling them at the store here. And so then we're like, let's go find them. I'll take you to go find them. We go to Meijer. We go to Giant Eagle. We go to Target. Mark's, which is never going to have it. I mean, that's a bad place to look anyway. Incidentally, that's where I met the world famous Mayo Dad. So that was at Mark's. So
okay,
he's at $4.99 on the IMDb top 500 star meter. So Mayo Dad, he's cool. He's a cool daddy-o. Well, you'll mess it up, but it's me pointing at Mayo.
Got it.
Standing because they had Mayo.
When you said the IMDb, I thought that's what it was. When you said the IMDb thing, then I was like, wait, I think I missed it.
Doing a thing where I act like he's a celebrity, but he.
You hate Mayo though.
I do.
Why'd you choose Mayo?
Because I thought it was absolutely 100% hilarious that they have Mayo as an impulse item in the front of the store. Like it's like nobody would just be like, "Oh, Mayo, yeah, I do need that actually. I'm gonna buy that."
I want to get like B-roll footage of you being like, the incredible taste of mayo, and you like take a huge spoon and put it in your mouth, and then they're like cut, and you're like, you start like wiping your tongue with your fingers and shit.
Goddamn fucking Mayo Dad hates mayo, and it's white guy. You know what I mean? I'm a white guy.
Yeah,
Mayo.
You're kind of a mayo guy.
Yeah. I should like mayo. Actually,
you should like mayo. Yeah, I think you probably should.
I know. I have tried it a million times.
You should.
I don't like it.
You should. But you're bullshit because you like aioli.
Not really. And it usually has some spices and shit in it.
Okay,
they'll
so
put
like
a garlic
spiced
in there.
mayo.
Well, no. If you tell me it's mayo, I'm not going to fucking eat it. That's the thing.
Right.
It just, no matter what, if you tell me it's mayo and I taste that mayo taste, and there are times where it's aioli. And actually, chefs oftentimes and cooks oftentimes use a very light hand with the aioli that they don't use with mayo.
Okay.
Like with motherfucking mayo, they just glob it on there with a spoon and then like flatten it out. With aioli, a lot of times they'll just put less on it.
So
it just makes it a little wet
there.
boy.
They're like, I mean, I paid a lot for that truffle oil. I'm not gonna like just hand this shit out.
Yeah. So that's the.
These are farm fresh fucking eggs I made this shit out of.
Some good mayo, baby. Like, so yeah, I don't like.
Have you had the non-egg mayo? That like just mayo?
I mean, if it tastes like mayo, the problem is the taste. It's not the consistency. I eat ranch.
That. Okay.
You know,
ranch and mayo aren't the same consistency.
Close.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, but ranch
one
is
pours.
White.
Yeah, one don't.
Okay.
One's got sticking power. One's like more of a meringue.
Yeah, I just don't like any of them. None of them. But so these Kashi bars, they weren't selling them anywhere. I found them on Amazon. You can buy 8 boxes of them for $40. Still a lot of money, but it makes
like cases or
8 boxes of 5.
Ah, got it.
So I can buy 40 of them for like $36. It's again not the world's best deal.
I mean, I pay more than $1 a bar, so that's not a bad deal.
So I've been buying them for her as they'll run out, and I'll buy her another bulk box of those things. And I started feeling pretty powerful in that department.
Okay.
So the Soylent thing, everybody knows I drink Soylent and it pisses them off. I drink it for breakfast. It's got the caffeine and the stuff in it.
It's made of people.
Yeah, it's good. I started buying that off the internet and just buying 2 at a time, buying 24 of them at a time. And that has been kind of nice for me.
Wow.
Just having them all and not having to think about them.
Yeah.
For, I was just going to the store and buying 5 at a time.
Yeah. At like individual price.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm doing that now.
Wow. Look at you. I mean, got to have money to save money, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
You got to be able to throw down $40 on granola bars to save, fucking $6.
So yeah, I'm doing okay in that department. So I saw this story a few weeks ago, and I didn't get to talk about it. This is from April, and
April O'Neil,
April 23rd, the day, 3 days after 420, actually. So I saw this story on April 3rd that I wanted to bring up because it's a good one. It's from NPR.
Okay,
so let's do this.
Yeah, they say they're bad. What I was expecting when you said a good one.
The next time parking enforcement officers use chalk to mark your tires, they might be acting unconstitutionally.
Oh, I love it when the Constitution works like that.
The best.
This is what I thought the Constitution was going to be doing.
Yeah.
Protecting me a little bit.
Here's the deal. I didn't even know cops really did this. I thought it was just a rumor that people had been saying to me since I was a young boy.
I don't even know what it's referencing.
A federal appeals court ruled Monday that chalking is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. The case was brought by Allison Taylor, a Michigan woman whom the court describes as a frequent recipient of parking tickets. The city of Saginaw, Michigan, like countless other cities around the country, uses chalk to mark the tires of the cars to enforce time limits on parking. So there's a lot of places that have 2-hour parking but not meters. And you can park there for 2 hours. It's a loose 2 hours, by the way. Like,
sure.
These cops are not acting in the spirit of the sign when they do this chalking.
That's true.
Because it's a loose 2 hours.
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, nobody's fucking saying.
It's like, I mean, other people want to do stuff around here too. So wrap it up, do your thing, get out.
The sign doesn't mean I think the cops are taking the sign to mean 120 minutes.
Right.
It just 2.5 hours is okay. Because some people are going to leave in an hour and a half.
Right. So the people that haven't figured this out yet, the chalking is they're walking down the street, and as they pass a car, they chalk the tire. And if they come back an hour later, they know it's been there like an hour. Is that what the chalk?
Right.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do it a
It's
lot.
like a time marker.
To broke people. This is the reason I know about it is because they do it to broke people whose car breaks down on their home street.
Yes.
And they just park it like on the street, but it's broke down.
Yeah.
They'll chalk the goddamn wheel and then come back 2-3 days later. If that chalk's still there, they're like, this car hasn't moved, and
right.
And then ticket it or tow it. That's most of that's how the cops bust poor people.
Right,
basically.
but Thomas Jefferson said, "Thou shalt not chalketh a tire."
I like how the Michigan woman is who the court describes as a frequent recipient of parking tickets.
I know. Come on.
I mean, some people are though.
You mean it's expert at this with the system?
Yeah,
Experience with the system.
By the time Taylor received her 15th citation in just a few years, she decided to go after the city, and specifically after parking enforcement officer Tabitha Hoskins.
Okay, so this is actually a personal battle.
Well, on both sides.
Yeah, somebody had it out. Yeah.
Because you're saying like it's personal because she got mad at the parking person, but Tabitha Hopkins,
right, was retaliating.
Yeah, was in her shit all the time. She was looking for her car.
It developed into a blood feud.
Yeah, and it happens. We all get into little blood feuds sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever have like just a little blood feud with like a cashier or like just a I don't want to talk to you, man, and just go to any different lane. Like you're in a feud with
a neighbor that lets their dog poop in the yard.
Yeah. Hoskins, Taylor alleged in her Hall suit, was a prolific chalker. Every single one of Taylor's 15 tickets was issued by Hoskins after she marked a tire with chalk and then circled back to see if Taylor's car had moved. That chalking, Taylor argued, was unconstitutional. That's crazy, though. This woman was. I mean, like, this ended up in the Supreme Court, but the truth fucking is, this woman was stalking this other woman's car, Like, why is... If the same person writes one person 15 tickets... Maybe we need to look into that.
Yeah, seems like a targeted attack.
Yeah. Trespassing upon privately owned vehicle parked on a public street to place a chalk mark to begin gathering information to ultimately impose a government sanction is unconstitutional under the Fourth Amendment, Taylor's lawyer Philip Ellison wrote in a court filing. That's like a... See, we make fun of people for like owning people with logic. That's good because it is like that's something I like. If everything didn't suck, I actually kind of like having a charter document that we can just argue about all the time.
Sure,
like if America didn't suck, if the Constitution wasn't shitty, it would be fucking great to have like this list of rights, and it's like okay. You did this, but according to this, if I read it this way,
right,
that's the rule.
We stopped chalking people's tires. That's too aggressive.
Yeah,
you just need to go drive by and then see if they've been there for too long and tell them to shoo.
Dude, this would be so good. This would have been so good for me back in 2003, 2004, when I was driving just a bunch of fucking shitty cars and they were just sitting on the side of the road for weeks at a time and the cops harassed them. I mean, actually, it's interesting because when I lived in actual Columbus, they never did that. They never bothered you.
Yeah.
If you even have and where I live now, if you have expired tags, they'll ticket you even if you're not driving, which I think is the most unfair thing.
Yeah, that happened to me. Like, well, that was the thing too. Is like I was fighting with my parents at the time, and they had all my I had no legal documents. Like when I ran out of the house when I was a kid, I didn't bring my fucking like birth certificate with me. I didn't bring any legal documents, so I didn't want to deal with all that shit. And I had my tags expired on my car for over a year. And the apartment complex all of a sudden was like, we're going to tow your vehicle because your tags. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you in my business about this? I get a space. I'm putting it out there. It's not like on cinder blocks. Yeah. So then I move it out to the fucking street. And as soon as I do that, the very first day, the cops fucking tag it.
What the fuck are the cops doing that they got? And the apartment complex called those cops. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Damn, you are just Mr. I'll park anywhere to avoid having to do something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna go wait in line to fill out information about this car I fucking hate.
Well, also when you were like getting your car repoed, you were just fine. Well, I mean, I know you didn't want to, but you were like, I don't care if I gotta walk a little bit after I park. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But like, it's just because they're always, every time I go to do a car thing, I have to drive home and get another piece of paper. Like, I never get it on the first try.
I always make sure that I mean, like I was saying this about, let's just get into this now. Fuck this Constitution shit. Me and Brett just both got TSA PreCheck today, which is a total fucking scam. It's an enormous scam. But part of that is that you have to bring a birth certificate and a state ID. I feel like you need your birth certificate and your social security card to get your state ID. That state ID you shouldn't need the other stuff. Like they are fucking actually asking you to keep a piece of paper from the day you're born until the day you die. Like, what is that? Why should you have to do that?
We get copies and shit.
No, I get it, okay? But in the spirit of the birth certificate,
yes,
you're
this is the proof that I exist.
Yeah,
this is when I was created on paper.
Yeah, this day was the day
that I was claimed by a government without my consent.
Yeah, and you keep that paper.
A government that unconstitutionally chalks my tires.
Yeah, now you keep that paper, buddy. Hey, you keep that paper, because if you lose it, you can't do anything. And that TSA PreCheck, holy moly, what a scam that is. That is another example, and this is such a hack thing to bring up now, but it's always important. The place in this world where the class divide is most apparent is the airport and air travel.
Well, yeah, it's something we all have to do, but you can pay to be away from everybody else.
Yeah. And you never see really broke people because they can't fly.
Right, right.
So there's even like a hiding of the brokest of us there. But
yeah,
then
it's for people that are like, oh, you want me to wait in line with soccer moms? Ooh.
Yeah.
Chrysler minivans.
Yeah. And it really is just it's just a way.
You just pay $85 and they scan your ID and they take your fingerprints. And honestly, they could probably just do that with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because when I got mine, I kept track. I got in the room at 2:22 and I walked out of the room at 2:28.
So what it was, and here's how it is. You go to a Staples and it's not at the desk. This isn't an easy button situation. There is a cubicle in the middle of the store that's completely walled off with a person at a desk that is bored out of their mind texting on their phone. At least when I arrived, she was texting.
Well, me too. So,
and
same place.
It was just, all she was like, "You got your ID and birth certificate?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, she just took them and started doing her thing, and there was like, "Put your fingers here, sign here, take this picture, you're done." And it was like, that was it. I'm TSA PreCheck now.
Yeah. And it's $85 so that you don't have to wait in line with normal people.
Right.
Really, it's for people who, because me and Brad we fly more than we used to. So I think we both kind of felt like, if I'm going to be here, I might as well do it.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
I'm flying like once a month now, dude.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is bougie, actually, and it is a way to separate yourself from the hoi polloi.
Well, I mean, it is a matter of time though. Like, do you want to, I'd rather not wait in those fucking lines.
Right.
Because sometimes they do get out of control and you can't do anything about it except for wait in them.
And it is so master of sales there too. It's so carny in a way where like the TSA PreCheck line is so well lit and there's like it's almost like they put a spotlight on the TSA PreCheck
podium.
side and give it like a neon light. They make it just beautiful.
Oh no, they put the little ropes out there too, even though no one's waiting in line, but they make it look like they're like no one's in this line.
How'd you like to come through this line?
$85.
Yeah, $85 every 5 years, and you get to just go through this line. You know?
Yeah, like business people, I don't think it's bougie for them to do it.
Sure. No, it's for people that fly a lot. It makes sense.
Yeah.
If I'm only flying once or twice a year, then no. But I have to go to that goddamn place, and anything that, Jason has been flying a lot lately. The producer of the show, he's my stepbrother, and he was talking to us one time after he got home, and said, "I fucking hate flying. The airport feels like jail." Yeah. And ever since then, I'd be like, that is like I've never been to jail, but that is what the airport feels like. Like I'm in trouble. The whole time I'm there, I feel like I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate it.
Don't make a wrong move.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do anything. Don't fucking get up and piss, because if you get up and piss and there's nobody looking at your bags, then somebody's going to come and tear it apart with a bomb machine or something like that, you know?
Or like having, kratom or like protein powder in your bag and just sweating about it.
Yeah. Making you fucking walk by first class when you get on the plane is another one of those like class divide things, because you look at them and you're like,
you think we should load it from the back?
Yeah.
They should make us climb through the toilets.
I don't want to look at those fucking people. They don't want to look at us at all.
No,
they don't want to look at the pores or the coach people.
They should load us from the back.
Yeah.
And put up like a screen, make us wear veils.
But they want us to see first class, dude. They want us to see it as we walk. Yes.
I think it's just convenient.
No, yes, but because they're in the front of the plane.
Yeah,
I get it.
Closest to the door.
Yeah, well, they need more doors anyway. I mean, this whole coming out of one door is get out of town.
Well, but you need one of those big arm like hallway things, though.
They haven't come up with anything else.
I mean, they should just let you run on the tarmac. That would be good. Like,
I mean, I hate airplanes.
They should just open the door it should be like a bus.
Yeah,
and they just you get out at the stop.
You know what kicks ass, though? Can I tell you what kicks ass before we move on from TSA PreCheck? Because people are thinking that, like, we're sellouts.
Yeah, yeah, we're big shots now.
Before we move on from TSA PreCheck, so excited for when we go on vacation with our wives and they have to go through the regular TSA. Me and you are just like, do-do-do-do-do.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be on the other side playing Switch.
Yeah, your kid can come with you, though.
Oh.
Yeah, you can bring the kid with you. Somebody said you could bring your wife, too, which would make me also feel very good. If I could be like, well.
I know her.
My special traveling privileges also extend to you, as I am a royalty and a king at this airport.
Well, now that I know that, I'm definitely going to pack a toothpick so I can take it out of my mouth and be like, oh, no, this is my wife. Different last name. I don't own her or nothing, but we're married.
Yeah, she gets to come with me, okay? That's just the way it is. All right. So that's us making amends with the fact that we now make a little bit of money and we're able to do things. Do nice things for ourselves.
Well, know that we actually are spreading this mess across the U.S. for real,
true.
Including the southwest of the U.S.
Yeah. Tell them where we're going before I get into this next thing.
Yeah, if you want to see us live, it's happening soon. Later this month, we're going to be in Denver, Colorado on May 19th. We're going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico on May 21st. We're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona on the 22nd, and we'll be performing in Las Vegas on Sunday, May 26th. Tickets are $15. If you can't afford it, just send us an email. We'll find we'll find a richer listener to buy it for you. And we can definitely help you out. Store.streetfightradio.com. Like I said, with our ticket prices, Brian would love to have it be a free show, but flying and renting cars now and hotels and all this stuff, it does add up. So no one has complained or anything, but I just feel like I'm pre-apologizing.
Right. We would like to, when the ticket prices are higher, always feel free to contact us, and we're going to try to figure when we're going to do a thing a little later on in the year that might cost a lot, but we're going to try to figure out ways that people can get into this thing. Like we hear your concerns. if you're not able to afford the ticket. We will help you figure it out. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, $30 is a lot for a couple to go out for the night, but you will have a comedy experience unlike anything that's ever been done before, and you'll be a part of history.
Right, yeah. All right, Brett. USA Today Money had a very interesting infographic.
Also, I'm back on the vintage bong for the people that love the gurgling sound.
Yeah, well, the bong's back, baby. Me and Brett always cover any kind of we're cover your life, right? Like that's what this show is. We're trying to tell you. Everybody else does like bigger stories than you. We're trying to do stories that are your size. We're the small time people. We want to talk about what goes on in your day-to-day life, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we said when we started that, when you listen to like NPR Planet Money, they don't talk about payday advance loans or how to write a rubber check or, if whether or not you'll go to jail for how much debt, how much check kiting you do, different things.
So USA Today and with the source ladder.
Good. I love this. Sorry, I'm just like,
this is going to be, I'm just getting ready for the show. You're getting ready to take off. We're getting ready to strap in and take off in the airplane that is perfect street fight material.
USA Today Money.
Yeah. And the source they got this from is Ladder, which I have no idea what that is.
Ladder.
But let's read the top. Okay. Average American spends almost $18,000 a year on non-essentials. Here's a breakdown of some of the typical American spends. Oh, how did they mess up the writing there? A breakdown of some of the typical American spends on non-essentials.
Of some, not on.
Breakdown of some of the typical American spends on essential. It's badly worded. I can't believe they put this out. USA Today.
Breakdown of some of the typical American spends.
Yeah, they forgot a word.
I don't get this.
Some of what?
Yes.
The typical. They forgot to put.
This is one person, average cost per month, right?
Yep.
The typical American. Okay, I want to say that probably. A lot of people are only making $18,000 a year, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the number's got to be like 20-some percent.
Well, let's go with the conceit. Let's just look at this from the space of somebody who does make pretty good money. Okay? Me. Like, we'll me or you, yeah.
We have TSA PreCheck, if you didn't know.
Well, we're probably solidly middle class.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I'm above the mean. I know we're above the household mean.
I think we're middle class. I am, probably.
I haven't looked in a while.
36 plus 40. Yeah, I'm probably pretty normal, and with all my debt. But we don't need to fucking figure all this stuff out. The first thing that's non-essential is restaurant meals, which sounds like, remember Trump, how he says food restaurants?
No.
If you look up Trump and food restaurants, he always calls them food restaurants. So that's weird. It's a weird thing he does.
Yeah, there are other restaurants he goes to?
I don't know why he says food restaurants. He'll be like, this guy with his failing food restaurants. And it's like, okay, but does he think a restaurant is a type of building?
Right.
But, okay, restaurant meals, $209.
For one person.
Per month.
Yeah.
And $209 per month, probably right.
Really?
Once a week, $40
for the whole family.
That's true.
He's talking about one person. Yeah, I mean, like if we go out to eat, it's $50 or something.
Yeah, when I go out to eat, it's $35 to $50 every time. It doesn't matter because I got 3 people I'm feeding, and one of them's a fat pig. I also won't buy my daughter like kids meal stuff a lot of times, so she gets a full entree to throw away.
But no, I eat leftovers. But I started eating leftovers. That's my big growth this year.
Meals at a restaurant are important. I think. I don't think that they're non-essential. I think sometimes, like, you can't be do you expect me to cook 31 days a month? Like, is that what we're getting at?
It drives you crazy. It is. I mean, it will drive you mad.
That would be
the people
really
that
hard.
Beat their kids because they make 31. They have to make. They're so poor they have to make 31 meals. They can't go to a restaurant.
Making my parents did it about once a week because there were 5 of us.
Restaurant?
Yeah, like
Go to a
they
restaurant?
got food. They mostly pizza because pizza
We always-
you can do $25 for.
Our restaurant meal, my restaurant meals were mostly Taco Bell.
Yeah, yeah. But we pizza is cheaper than even that.
Yeah, yeah.
Pizza's like the cheapest meal. But we did have pizza every single week, one time. But that was it.
That is a lot of money. $200 for one person is, $50 a week.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's
Twice
fine.
if you go out to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go out for
Maybe you have like a drink when you go out to eat. Maybe you are enjoy. That is like a person I feel that is living a pretty normal and almost like, God forbid, a pleasurable life.
Yeah, and the other thing about those expenditures too is that those go into the pockets of like other like working people. Like the money is spent like laterally. Yeah. Besides the boss siphoning all of it off, but like the people that are employed and that are tipping and those.
Well, if you're spending $209 a month for one person to eat, you're eating at least mid-level restaurants. You're probably
$20 plates, man.
Your floor is probably Chipotle.
Right.
I've sworn off now. I'm completely done with it
Your
after
floor
the
is
call-in
Chipotle.
show this. But yeah, your floor is Chipotle.
Yeah.
Five Guys. Five Guys your McDonald's, Chipotle's your Taco Bell. That's like your floor. That's about where I am now, but I still like Taco Bell.
But dude, yeah.
Let's move to the next thing. Drinks. $189 a month. Now, I'm going to do the math on that.
If they count booze, then it's very low.
It is a coffee cup, though.
It's a Starbucks.
So
They're saying it's a Starbucks every day. The math that I figured out looks like a Starbucks every day.
189 divided by 30 equals $6.30. A Starbucks.
Jesus, who is doing that?
What?
$6 a day on drinks?
I might be spending $4.50 to $5 a day on a venti cold brew with mocha and cream.
Oh my God.
I don't want to do it. It's a habit and it's good and it makes me feel happy. But even then, it's still not $6 and it's not every single day of my life. I don't do it. And again, the coffee thing, buying a good coffee drink if you're a coffee drinker, why shouldn't that be part of your day? Why is that not something that's essential?
Because it costs a lot of money. It does cost a lot of money.
True.
And this is a person that does zero cooking. This is a person that doesn't cook at all and doesn't use their refrigerator, it seems like.
Well, the point of this, Brett, is to say that millennials are not actually broke. They're just wasting all of their money.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but we're talking about we're now talking about small pleasures.
One of my drinks
in your life. Why the fuck am I working if I can't goddamn have a good coffee every day?
Right.
That's true. What's the fucking point?
That's true. You're right.
You're
right.
That seems unfair. But it just sucks. Why am I doing this? Because we are again assuming this is a person that works 40 hours a week that makes, I don't know, let's just say $50,000 a year, which is a pretty middle level. You're doing well if you're making $50,000 a year.
I mean, that's the average. That's the median household income. Dude.
So yeah. So
you're doing better than well if you're solo.
Why, if I work 40 hours a week and I'm always available by fucking text or email, and I'm, you know what I mean? There's like 50 things that you have to do. I think you deserve coffee every day. I think that's a reward. Your job should just buy it for you, to tell you the truth. But I know Brett hates it when I say your job should take care of you like your dad.
Yeah.
Till the day you die. But I think your job becomes your dad.
Right.
The day you turn 18 and your dad's not your dad anymore.
But your dad is not going to take you out for fucking pizza, dude. He's going to give you a bologna sandwich.
He is. Just like that guy in that boat,
yes,
man.
Exactly.
Just like that nightmare day on a boat with my friend Sean.
I don't see why you guys can't just drink the coffee we got in the break room. It's like, well, it's great value coffee.
It's bad. It tastes good. It's the coffee.
You make it your way every day, which is extremely burnt and poorly made.
That's the coffee that comes with the janitorial equipment.
Yeah.
Like that's at the fucking cable company. The coffee they had in the coffee makers was the coffee that came with the toilet paper. And like they ordered it from the same company that delivered the toilet paper and the urinal cakes and stuff like that. It's like, they're not coffee people. The next thing on this list is takeout/delivery. That is $178. Now we're talking restaurant meals was $209.
Yeah.
And now we're also having deliveries, which is also, if you're working.
I don't think millennials are doing this at all.
No.
This is too fucking much money.
Right. And if
this is like me making me sweat to think about.
And if you're working, how many hours a week are you working? The takeout and delivery. First of all, takeout is the Brian Quinby lifestyle. It's very takeout because
it's cheaper than restaurant meals.
Right. And my daughter really hates it because like I would rather just get good food and then take it to my house and eat it alone in front of the TV than like go there. But I don't know. Maybe don't deliver so much.
$12 a day. That's all the math comes out to. Is that reckless?
No, it's not.
For fucking food, and you save time by not.
Are they talking about just the delivery cost though? Because that shit is expensive. Like Grubhub is fucking expensive. It
always
Grubhub to me is like a
If you ever want to pay $30
luxury.
for McDonald's, fire up the Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's a shitty luxury. It's like, oh, great, I get wet food for an extra $12.
Oh wait, there's more food on there too. So
Yeah.
this is a person that totally. So this is ridiculous. Who do they hang out with?
The next one is buying lunch, which is $174. And what they're saying with this is make your own damn lunch and take it into work, which is
good advice if you want to save money.
Yeah, but bad advice if you want to be happy when you eat. Packing lunch sucks. My wife packs her lunch every day. God bless her. She's a wonderful person because I never did. I never.
You don't want to let other people cook your food because they fill it full of fat and sugar and other shit.
Yeah, but when you pack your lunch, it's gross every time.
No,
nothing that
you pack your favorite things.
Nothing that sits in a fucking bag, a cooler bag, in a Tupperware. Up until some places don't have I don't think my wife's work has a refrigerator, Brett. I think, and like this would be a good call-in show topic, but everybody knows that people steal lunches out of the refrigerator anyway. Like that happens in every office.
It's not that bad,
but it does happen everywhere.
But it's not bad enough to not pack your lunch.
But it's one excuse. It's not bad enough to not pack your lunch, but it might be bad enough not to have you put it in a refrigerator. You might not want to. I just think sweaty food sucks. You're the one that won't fucking order. You're the one that makes us have to leave the hotel room to get the food because Grubhub is wet when it gets to you.
Yeah.
This is worse than Grubhub.
I don't make like a piping hot omelet and then put it in a Ziploc bag and take it for lunch.
What do you take?
Just a sandwich.
What kind? What will you put on that sandwich? Peanut butter
and jelly. The original.
They never look. Those
with the
are
hearty bread.
Vile.
With the hearty bread.
Vile. Well, okay.
Dave's Killer Bread.
Oh God, you are rich now.
No, I don't have Dave's Killer Bread. I want to someday be a Dave Killer Bread guy. I'm working.
The guy that pays $6 for bread.
And those kale chips too. Those $8 kale chips where you get like 9 of them in that little clamshell container.
You want to get like organic foods rich.
Yeah.
The next one is impulse purchases, which is $109.
$10. So like you're making. I mean, how much is this person making?
What are the impulse? It's a T-shirt. It's the
what they
picture
show,
of
yeah.
impulse purchases. So I assume they think people are buying funny T-shirts.
Yeah, or like ordering a case of Surge in the middle of the night when after you've spent $49 on drinks for the day. And you're like hammered.
Yeah.
You just want to put some nostalgic shit.
Another thing about
probably a board game, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I mean, 100. Like, let's talk about what people with all the money, how they're wasting their motherfucking money.
I know.
Let's talk about the the gold toilets and shit, and fancy cars and rims that people are wasting their fucking money on.
Somebody
got all of it.
Somebody on Twitter
Real
said,
estate.
how come they never make a list of these things of like people paying a shit ton of money, like a couple $100,000 to have their chakras realigned?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They never show like people just paying a bunch of money for like good vibes or anything like that.
Yeah.
The next thing we have, what isn't it?
There are people that spend $700 on a white T-shirt. What about those motherfuckers?
Yeah, we ain't talking about those people. We're talking about people who spend $109 a month on something that makes them happy.
Yeah, that's like 2 video games or something.
Yeah.
They bought a video game and like it went out to the movies or something.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did you? Ugh.
They bought a pair of like Fortnite pajama pants.
Yeah.
I just saw them and they were like, this is for our Game of Thrones t-shirt
Right.
at Kohl's.
Right.
And they're like, that's funny. It says I drink and I know things. That's what the guy said on Game of Thrones. I'm going to buy this shirt. Like, that's not a fucking crime.
No.
You know? And it is like, again, what are we working for if these are just considered wastes? What is the point of even... Like, and we're saying this to people who work in the service industry who don't even have this kind of money.
Right.
We're telling them that no matter how hard they work, if they get to the point where they think they're going to be comfortable, they shouldn't expect any of this stuff.
Well, yeah, and this is crazy. Yeah, and there's also another thing where they're saying the average American. It's like, I don't think the average American at all has this type of money. You're talking about, this is like a privileged fucking lifestyle to have here.
I know. $96 a month for ride shares. Now, I can believe that. I would think more. And the ride share thing is also people getting to work. It's not just going out to bars and shit like that. I mean, a lot of ride sharing services are going to bars because it's a good way to get there and home and not drunk drive.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of people take a Uber to work or
stupid.
something. That's
Unless
essential.
You make a ton of money.
Well, yeah. I mean, but if you're making more than you're Ubering, you
Yeah.
know, that's all it is. I drove people home from work a lot. Like the same people some days.
Like
It's
regularly?
always on at the same time. I had built rapport with people that I picked up from their job to take home. And like, I just know there was this one woman that I was doing a $23 or $25 ride every single day. And there was another one that was like really broke, and she kept telling me how broke she was, and she was working at Bob Evans, and she was driving to the other side of town. I'll give Brett the places, and then he can maybe help explain the distance. She was driving from the Bob Evans on Riverside Drive in Grandview Heights to by the casino is where she lives. So she was going, I don't know, probably 10 miles in an Uber.
Yeah.
And she didn't like going on the freeway, so we had to drive on side roads to get there. And she was paying big money to work at Bob Evans. And
that person needs an intervention.
But the person that's driving the Uber is probably in the same fucking position too. I wasn't making any money driving the Uber. It just feels like you're making it just a lot of times
you make like $6 an hour.
Right. I'm saying that, like, I've said this on a show recently. When I was driving for Lyft, I was thinking I need to make $150 by the end of this day. I need to deposit $150 in my bank account, and that's all I cared about. I didn't think about the expenses that went into it. I just knew that I needed $150.
Right.
And that's how a lot of people think, because they just need it. I just saw during the Uber.
I guess if you have tips too, you're like, oh, I made $25 today. I guess I can blow it all on getting to work.
Yeah. It sucks. But that is...
The bus runs over there.
I know. I know. We all know.
I'm not trying to... I mean, I just cannot wrap... Like,
I was the same dude.
It's like digging your own grave.
Yeah. I think
you're paying
the same
that
way.
much to go to a bad job when you're surrounded by a place that has tons of bad jobs, booming with bad jobs.
It is booming with bad jobs. The next thing is personal grooming, which is $94. That sounds like 2 haircuts.
Yeah.
To me,
probably that's like a woman's cut and color.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we're talking, I'm sorry, big cities, I know you pay twice the whatever that, but yeah.
For men, though,
guys,
2 haircuts.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Who needs 3 haircuts in a month?
Well, I mean, apparently the average American needs 3 haircuts a month.
once a
and
week.
they spend
I mean, if you're going
$94.
once a week, I mean that's like executive level haircut. That's like Puff Daddy.
I
fucking
thought,
level.
dudes, I thought you did that. I thought
I would be I would love to.
I thought you got your hair cut a couple times a month.
I've just now started getting it cut once a month.
Why did I think that
like
you were like
Richie
Mr.
Rich?
Why did I think you were Mr. Hair? Your hair always looks on point. So I thought you were Mr. Hair.
Ragged, dude.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It always looks good. The next thing, this is the weirdest one, Brett. $94 per month on subscription boxes.
That now we're not talking about the average American.
We're not talking about reality at all.
No.
This
who,
seems
who
like
did they talk to?
This seems like an ad for big subscription box.
I forgot I have Hiking Box. I have Bark Box. I have Loot Crate. Is that still around? Is Loot Crate still around?
I don't know. I know that
I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard much about it either. Maybe they got so many subscriptions that they could stop doing advertisements. I spelled it with a K. Crate. Loot Crate. Oh, God. People have Loot Crate spoilers. People like Google Loot Crate spoilers.
It's still happening.
Yeah, it's still
People
going
are still
on.
spending big bucks.
This one right here has this Loot Crate is $24.99, and you get a 2-headed action figure monster and a Rick and Morty gimmick. Like it's Rick and Morty action figures. You get you get a Deadpool T-shirt that says Peekaboo, which Brett would love.
I would wear that.
You get a Los Pollos Hermanos cup.
Yeah, Brian would definitely carry that around.
Oh yeah, you get a Bob's Burgers. What is it? Pin. You get a pin that you can wear on your shirt, and it's trash. You get a bunch of fucking trash.
This is great because I had $109 budgeted for impulse buys this month, but this doesn't count because this is a Loot subscription box.
Yeah,
part of my budget. This is my subscription part of my budget.
So
they have all of them.
Let's look at the featured crates here. Star Wars Endor Rebel is $60 a month for your crate. What would my crate be, Brett? Let's find out what my. You want to find out what my crate is?
Crates to somebody.
Like a listener.
They're awful.
You want to give like a listener a crate, or do you want to give?
I want the Deadpool shirt.
WWE Slam crate is $34.99.
They'll give you a fucking Roman Reigns shirt,
a Matt Hardy shirt, yeah.
Oh, an Undertaker. Everybody loves that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love him.
All right, so that's the Loot Crate.
$94 on Loot Crate. I want the Deadpool though. I would do Deadpool. Let's get a Street Fight subscription to the Deadpool Club Merc crate.
Okay,
that's something me and you both love.
Oh, it's just Deadpool stuff?
Yeah, it's all Deadpool.
Oh my god, that's a steal. I'd spend close to $70 at my local Spencer's Gifts for all of this Deadpool gear.
But the interesting thing is that like they're saying that so this is $34.99 a month, right? Ooh. And they're saying that people have
FabFitFun though.
3 or 4 of these.
FabFitFun's expensive. Birchbox is expensive. The clothing ones are expensive.
Bonobos. Some people get like the bonobos. They don't get that every month.
Bonobos isn't a box.
What is a subscription box for shirts?
Well,
you get like one for shirts.
No, like so you write in your style, and they have like a person that shops for you and sends you your stuff.
Okay.
Each month, and you keep whatever you want, and then you send it back.
Okay.
There's also Mack Weldon underwear, right? Underwear boxes. People are getting MeUndies every single month.
Motherfuckers are not getting these.
People are doing MeUndies every single month.
These loot boxes are not happening.
What?
This is not happening.
I've seen a lot of the shirts, the used shirts on the Facebook Marketplace. People try to sell them like they're collector's items. They'll be like one-of-a-kind loot box shirt.
Can I just say there's a tiki cup that looks like Deadpool in the Deadpool box. We need to order this for Street Fight. Let's just do this. Let's order. Let's throw
for research
$151.96 and get 4 crates this year.
Okay,
a quarterly Deadpool crate.
Do you save more money that way? We learned about buying in bulk earlier in this episode.
And then what we'll do is we'll keep the cool Deadpool stuff, and then we'll mail out
the other
like
stuff.
Whatever other, like the Deadpool air freshener. I don't need. Well, I put that in my car.
I put that in my car. No,
Well, maybe the lithograph. We
I
could
want
get rid of the lithograph.
Do they have maybe a taco holder or something? I could use one of those for real. My tacos are always falling over. I've started eating hard tacos again.
I've never said I've never been more serious about anything than getting a Deadpool loot crate. But the next thing we have here is cable, $91 a month. Not fair.
Yeah.
It's what, $50 a month for cable, and then are they counting Netflix, Hulu? Because most people don't have cable no more. Most people just have the internet.
Yeah. Do you count the internet as? Do they mean like cable internet? What does that mean?
Well, the cable is nobody's
cable
doing,
TV.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Do you have cable TV, Jason?
No. Well, I pay $20 a month for 10 channels.
Okay, he has the basic $20 a month for 10 channels.
Okay,
Just watch on the internet app too.
Okay, he can watch on the
digital.
app.
Okay,
And you don't have cable.
I haven't had it for ages.
I haven't had cable since like 2009 or 10 or something.
Everybody
like that.
who grandmas and grandpas have cable because all of my parent friends use their parents' login to the cable company to get all of like the PBS Kids shit and like the Nickelodeon Nick Jr. stuff.
That's the worst thing about like that's the worst thing about my parents is they don't give me their login. They also are like very anti-premium channel, which is like, why even fucking bother with cable? And the last thing, $84 for online shopping. I can buy that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect it to be a lot more.
But what is
the people I know that are like that do waste $18,000 a year are mainly doing it online shopping.
Yeah, but what is the difference between this online shopping and like what is online shopping? What does that even mean? Is it like like
eBay
buying clothes online? I mean, I know people buy like Funko Pops and shit on the internet.
Collectibles?
Yeah, loot. Well, they already
Sometimes
said
loot crates just don't deliver. You know, I get like 6 or 7 of my favorite pop culture items, and it just really isn't enough for me. I'm looking at my impulse budget for extra money. I'm thinking about, how I can finagle some money out of my online purchasing budget. But those loot crates just aren't enough sometimes,
Yeah.
I want to pick out the stuff that I'm going to sell at my garage sale in 10 years.
This is just wild because like they do the crates 4 times a year. It's not even.
Oh, well, that's more okay. That
It's
makes
not
sense
every month.
because I was concerned that once a month they were sending boxes full of shit to people's houses.
Yeah, you know what you are missing out on though if you don't do this.
Exclusive T-shirts.
Deadpool swimming trunks.
What?
So I don't know if we've ever fully said this. Me and Brett love Deadpool.
I do think it's a great movie.
It's
and
epic.
I think the movie is fucking funny, actually. Like if you heard me watch it, you would be surprised at how hard I laugh at some of it.
All right, I got some audio to play on this show. People are allowed to shop. I feel like you should be allowed to shop.
I agree. Those aren't even wild expenditures. Like I've had no money in the bank and spent way more on impulse buys than $109.
I mean, most of my spending is impulse
Yeah.
buys. Like, I love just buying shit, even if I don't have any money at all. Like, I've had
Well, it
times...
makes you feel better. I also like spending my last dollar. There's something satisfying about it when you're like, we don't have any money at all, and I'm like, you know what? I want this completely frivolous thing, and I have just enough to buy it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my back against the wall over something that I wanted.
I just want this. Okay.
Yeah, I bought like a paper mache flamingo head one time for like $200 on vacation and had almost no money to pay for it. Almost no money to get home.
Yeah. I mean, I've done some stupid buys, So, Jason, I'm going to play some audio now.
Yeah.
Brett, put your fucking headphones on so you can hear this audio. I got this from a great person online named Condi Rice and Beans.
Oh.
And they here we go. Sorry.
It's gonna get wild. He's gonna get wild.
This is a Walmart break room. 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yeah.
Okay,
Where's
these
the
people,
bang
he's
energy
got
drink?
these guys stretching.
They've got guys, gals, and non-binary pals stretching.
All
in
right,
a break
get
room.
on, let's go. Come on, do this. Come on,
These guys
give me a
jumping around.
W. Hey, hey, what's that smell?
Walmart.
I can't hear you.
Walmart.
Whose Walmart is it?
My Walmart.
Who's number one?
Customer always.
We're gonna be
Accident free.
new rule.
10-foot rule.
Which store's number one?
32.95.
So
That woman's voice. Are you kidding me?
they are making
My
adult.
Walmart.
They're
Store
making
292.
they're making adults come to work and cheer in the in the morning.
Spell the name of the company.
You're
out
about
loud.
to start your fucking job at Walmart.
It's a pep rally.
Yeah. Nobody wants to go there, guy. This is not the yelling is too much. If I have to sit in that room and have that guy yell at me, they need to pay me at least $5 more an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite the wake-up call.
Yeah.
That guy's gunning for that 6-figure a year salary. He wants a store.
Right. Well, the video had to get released. He had to have told them to release that video. That woman who was doing Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart. What's that spell? Like that woman, he told her, "Can you release this?" Because he falls all over the place and he thinks, "Oh, what a cute video. People are gonna love this." But most people that see this think it's dystopian.
I don't know about that.
Sad. It makes me
I think
sad.
the average public thinks it's pretty great that someone gets amped up for a job like that. I think
Do you
people
think
love
so?
that. That's one of our folk heroes. I feel like
It doesn't. Does it?
the
How does it
person that
make you
likes their
feel?
job.
How
like
does it
that
make
much.
you feel?
It's outrageous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's very few circumstances that require that amount of energy. Football games and shit, yeah, right?
Yeah,
right?
you can get
anybody
excited
else?
about that. Going to work is not something I should
No.
have to cheer up
No.
for. I mean,
No.
you're making me do it.
Yeah, they are making you do it too.
You should only.
It's like a pledge of allegiance.
It is. That's what was weird about it, right? Like, who's the best? The customer's number one. What's the rule? 10 feet rule. Like they were like.
Yeah.
It was so
Programming.
Yeah.
Programming.
And nobody. Here's the fucking thing, people. None of those employees are buying in to this thing. They're doing it.
You can hear the satisfaction in their voices.
Yeah, they're doing it because that guy's fucking making them do it. The Walmart cheer is how you start your work day at Walmart. I'm against it. Brett, are you against it? I mean, if that guy wants to fucking yell and scream and go crazy, then fuck it, fine. But the other people shouldn't have to do it. You shouldn't have to participate in that. That is just a thing that you don't make people I wonder how many people are accidentally late or accidentally using the bathroom during the Walmart cheer. It's like when they play the Pledge of Allegiance at a fucking sporting event and you feel like you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I bet they wouldn't let you get away with that. I'm sure they keep track of who's doing it.
True.
I mean, we had to do all the stretches and stuff at jobs. I had to come in and do stretches and have, we'd have to put our hands together, all in the middle and like it was like the football team, go team.
How does that get? How are there people? I guess
They just think of they just have these stupid management tools in their mind and they just don't see us as people. They see us as shit that shitheads that need to be pushed and prodded and screamed at because we're too stupid to do anything.
Yeah.
But we're just too smart to work hard for them.
Yeah, that's perfect. We're just too smart to work hard for them because
Yeah.
it's just my thing is how does this get in place and how does it keep happening? Who thinks that this is something that people are excited by, inspired by, or makes them want to do?
They've seen these before. I don't know if that guy said to do it. I think that I'm imagining that it was probably recorded as you've heard about these before because I've seen I've seen these before. There's been videos of the crazy fucking people that stand up on the register and make them go like get into like a synchronized clap and everything. You're like, who are we? We're Walmart. You know, doing chants. I mean, it's part of their thing for a long time.
I just wonder why. I know why in that, like, I think
it makes people that aren't doing it. It gets rid of people that aren't willing to drink the Kool-Aid. Like
sure.
It just makes them, spins them out. If you aren't willing to go along to get along, including with our creepy rituals, then we don't want you here.
It is probably a thing that's like
because
I've read in a book that it causes engagement, like it increases engagement between employees and management.
They're not going to spend the money on the employee. They're not spending money to make anybody's working conditions better. They're just going to figure out a way to mind control you or brainwash you. That's like cheaper to do it that way.
I don't think it works. That's I think that there are probably in a store you'll earmark the wonderful people, the ones that truly believe, people that are at the end of their working time in their life are usually who it is. It's like a lot of it's a lot of people that probably got laid off from a really great job and had to get work, and they went to Walmart and they're doing the job and they're like, well, I was raised to be a hard worker and shit, but you gotta have at a Walmart the percentage. There has to be a larger percentage of people that are like, I have to come to work. I have to do work. I don't fucking care about this. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I don't want to people like me.
Yeah, they don't want you're not a good employee.
Yeah,
like, they don't want you to be like comfortable at work. They don't want you around. They don't want it to be like a place that's amenable for people like you.
That's true. You're right. I think that it's odd to me.
I think it's like ads. It's just like something that's completely blocked out. Like people go and probably do that chant and go into some weird spot in their mind where it just like that lady who is always right, the customer. She just does it every single day and then goes and is like has a shitty day at work like normal. I guess it probably is like the thing where you go at the cable company, right? I had to come into work every day. I had to go in the office and stand around and bullshit with the people in the office before we went out and did our thing for like 20 minutes. The manager's there. Yeah.
His manager's there. And like a lot of the workers are there and the leads are there. And we're all just kind of talking about whatever's going on in the world, like the fucking politics, baseball, whatever, we would all talk about it, and like I didn't really like any of those people. Like I wasn't like friends with those people. It's just interesting to me to do a thing that is sort of designed to build solidarity in a workplace that is designed to stop solidarity.
You're right. Yeah.
That's why I think that's why I'm having so much trouble wrapping my mind around.
That makes sense, though. It's like you can't get too friendly here.
Yeah, we're not in it together. We're in it like
For
we're
Walmart.
all individually a part. Make up Walmart. We're not all together a machine, like a thing that makes Walmart run.
Right. We're all doing our part individually, and we're competing against each other. Remember that too.
Yeah, and I guess it's like. It's probably made to make you understand, like to make you remember, like you work at Walmart, you work for Walmart. You're not working for your other employees. You're not working for the other people in this place. You work for the customer and you work for Walmart, and Walmart is the thing that you like. It's great that you get to be at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I think that really is. I do think that really is like why I just think there's gotta be, and again, probably some fucking executive at the top of the company read some book that said, oh, you know what would make the employees more engaged with their job? If we all came up with like a fun cheer. And then they did it. Because I can see that happening too. Yeah. I've seen that happen in front of me.
Love cheers.
Yeah, they love contests.
Yep.
And they love cheers.
Yep.
They love door decorating or cubicle decorating contests. They fucking love that. My wife is always decorating a cubicle.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you could win some PTO or
You
a
don't
pizza
even
party.
win that. You win like a piece of company merch.
Right.
You win like a coffee cup. I got one more bit of audio from just wanted to play this audio because he's our front runner for the Democratic nomination now. He's the guy we're going to be asked to vote for president. And
who's this?
this is Joe Biden in 2007.
Okay.
I'm going to play this audio, Brett, and it's going to 2007. Okay?
12 years ago.
And you got to listen to this.
Oh, I know it, I think.
Out there. The fact of the matter is, what Hillary points out, there's neglect on the part of the medical and the white community focusing on educating the minority community out there. I spent last summer going through the black sections of my town, holding rallies in parks, trying to get black men to understand it's not unmanly to wear a condom. Getting women to understand they can say no. Getting people in the position where testing matters. I got tested for AIDS. I know Barack got tested for AIDS. There's no shame in being tested for AIDS. It's an important
what
thing.
is that?
Because the fact of the matter is, in the community's engaged in denial. They're engaged in denial. No one wants to talk about it in the community, and we do not have enough leaders in the community and outside the community demanding we face the reality, confront the men in the community as well as the women, letting them know there are
You could
alternatives.
be this goddamn racist in 2017. Damn.
This was 2017.
I'm sorry, 2007.
2007.
Yeah.
He was running for president.
So he was running against Obama.
And Hillary.
Okay.
You remember when he called Obama like, oh, he's actually like articulate
And clean.
and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why? Why is he even in? Why? This is why the Democrats are not my. I don't feel like they're my people.
They're not, and this is why if you're going to if this guy ends up being it, it's just over. There's just no reason to fucking be a part of anything they do anymore.
I mean, that was racist.
Yeah,
what he said. I mean, that was very racist. The things he said. Not only was it very racist, but it was also the way that he was talking about how he and the white community needs to go to these places and explain these things is like, it's not just racist, it's hideous, it's bad, especially
it's like colonial, it's all of it. It's
with
just
his voting history too. If we look at the he was part of drafting the 94 crime bill.
Right.
That, I mean, I'll say this, Hillary Clinton got hit with that last election cycle, right?
Yeah.
Like, she got really hit with that, and she had to explain and apologize for that. And I feel like he's gonna skate by without having to explain a lot of these things, and without because his campaign has already been this really weird thing where he gets asked about healthcare, right? And he says, I don't have time to make a healthcare plan.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't think there's anything fucking wrong with it.
Yeah.
He thinks it's fine. He was there when they made I was there when they made it.
Right.
Seems great to me.
See, we already did that.
You know?
I remember doing that a few years ago.
I mean, the challenge is this guy can't be it. This and here is
Maybe this is. Hopefully, this stuff will stop him. He might be Teflon like Don.
Well, he might. I think that the thing is,
He has that
has
Obama
been
shine.
so memeified.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's something
I need to get some temps. I need to go after school and talk to some people because I really don't know where they're at with him. I haven't talked to any of my like regular lib people to see if they think he's disgusting or not. Because I have some I have liberal feminists like moms that I hang out with. So I would like to. I don't know where they're at right now.
I mean, I'm just interested to hear because there's also some pretty nasty stuff with Anita Hill.
Yeah.
That he did. That he went on The View and didn't apologize. He said, I think she got a raw deal, but I don't think it was all my fault.
Yeah.
and
And
it's
helped put one of the worst judges into the bench. Just
Yeah.
helped him skate on in.
yeah. I mean, all those people that aren't able to file bankruptcy because of what he did to the bankruptcy laws. Like
He's a shitty guy.
Bankruptcy used to be a solution for working people and for people who got underwater, but it's not anymore. He made it harder because he works with the credit card companies. And you're right. I would love it. Listeners, you could do this for us. This is the kind of research our listeners could do. Maybe for the call-in show this week or next week, or we're not going to be here next week, but maybe for the call-in show, it would be nice to get some opinions on Joe Biden. I'd be interested to hear, maybe ask just like a person at work that you think might be a Democrat and let us know kind of what they think. We're not asking you to argue with somebody.
No.
You don't have, just try to do some recon.
What do you
for
think of
us.
the race?
Yeah. Because I really am interested if the meme stuff worked. Did Amy Poehler and The Onion turn him into the guy that's going to be the president because he's funny and charming and shit, which I don't even think he fucking is. Like, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, I mean, to me, he comes off like every grandpa that makes me want to run out of the room as soon as they start talking.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a good guy.
Yeah.
He just
it
really
seems like,
doesn't.
you never pick up your fucking shoes? Like, he just seems like, and he's so condescending, and that was just crazy to say. I mean, I don't know. I know the world is bad and has always been bad, but I just can't believe that you could. I don't remember that scandal from back then, even, you know?
No.
Like, I don't remember that audio at all.
God, yeah, it
Because
makes
it's just
me wonder.
primary shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then he also did call out Barack, too, at the end, which
That
was
was
kind
another
of, that
weird
was
part.
That's one of those weird, I'm cool, we're cool, right? Let's, we can joke about race, white guy things, right?
Yeah. It wasn't joking, though. He wasn't even fucking joking, dude. He was saying some real serious shit.
No, I think he was.
Well, when he said the Barack, but he wasn't smiling when he said it, and it didn't come off jovial to me.
Oh, I didn't see his face.
I was watching. There's video. You can find the video. It's shit.
It's fine. I don't need to see it.
Well, no, I don't need you to see it, but I want to give credit to the person. ESHA Legal is the Twitter account that I got that audio from, and I listened to it, and I was truly shocked by that.
I mean, it's
2007, Brett. This isn't a 1984 clip.
It's hard for me because I don't care at all, but it is good that I guess people drag this stuff up, because if it does anything to defame his character, that's probably for the better good of everybody. The closer we can get to him not being like a candidate. I don't want... This is going to sound so resistant, and people are probably going to get so irritated at me, but I don't want Trump to win the next election. I don't want him there for 4 more years. I understand.
At all,
yeah,
dude.
absolutely. It wouldn't be good.
And it worries me. And if a guy like that runs, I don't think he can win. I don't think he knows.
Will you vote for him?
When Patton was on the show, right, I mentioned this, and I'm going to bring it up again.
Woo, I'm about to hit this bong.
My wife and daughter, the day of the election in 2016, were legitimately terrified. When Donald Trump won the next day, you know, they're not people that pay attention to politics rather regularly. I think my wife listens to the show now, so she gets what little bit that we talk about on the show, you know? But I don't think she gets a lot of it. And I don't think I can.
Whoa.
Damn. I can't. He just, everything that I believe, right? Like, everything that I believe the strongest, he is not with me on.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about the crime bill, that is a thing that I truly believe is like the nastiest piece of legislation. And it has ruined so many people's lives. And it led to like a lot of it led to these giant prison populations, which I think are unconscionable. That's the giant prison populations, dude, is one of the things that, like, I feel bad that we don't do, not me and you personally, but like when people I'm not going to do the Hitler thing, but I'm saying that like slavery, I guess, would be a good, because it's American, right? Like there were people who were fighting tooth and nail to stop slavery from very early on until it happened. And sometimes I feel like one of the people that's not doing enough for mass incarceration, because I feel helpless in the face of mass incarceration. And I don't think that Joe Biden would be any worse than Trump, but I also don't think that he would be better than Trump. I don't think that he views what he did in 1994 as a mistake, and I don't think that he I don't think that he sees it as a problem.
I don't know. I don't want to get, this is why I don't like talking about this stuff, because I have to be all earnest about it. He did roll back, this is stupid, but he rolled back the 3 strikes thing, which is, he set it up. Like,
Right.
in the 80s, he sets up laws. It ruined people's lives for a few decades, and then he got to be like the champion that struck down this like unjust law. It was like the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and he doesn't deserve, like, if he was the guy in the 80s, I mean, these people are I guess they're supposed to be public servants, but I view, if I'm going to believe in America, if I'm going to believe in whatever this is, these people should be above me in their beliefs. They should have known earlier than even me that this injustice is happening and something needed to be done to stop it. And I just think this guy's been wrong forever. He's been wrong forever, and he doesn't. I don't think he's gonna even start rolling back the war on drugs. I don't think that he's gonna make. I don't think he's gonna be a guy, if he gets elected and he's in there for 4 to 8 years. He's not gonna like decriminalize marijuana on the federal level. He's a guy that doesn't believe in that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is just more war on drugs.
Yeah.
You know, that's more incarceration. That's more people going to jail still. And then, you know, foreign policy wise, he's not like a dove. He's not a peaceful guy. Not that Bernie Sanders is, but he is another guy that's been okay with war throughout all this time that it's been happening. When it comes to healthcare, the motherfucker he doesn't think there's a problem. He doesn't have time for it. And then just the bankruptcy laws, right? Like, I'm supposed to sit on this show and try to advocate for working people, but then I'm going to vote for this guy that like went and made their lives harder. You know, like he took away a major tool for working people to get their shit back together. He took that away. He made it so you can't, your student loans can't be found in bankrupt, like he did. And just even as far back as like a month ago, he's on the fucking TV saying millennials I don't think they have it hard. And you know, I was talking to my wife about that, and I was like, I think that guys that say that just think that millennials don't have it hard because they can look for information on their phone that they would have had to go to the library and get a book and look up in an encyclopedia. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, that communication is fucking easier.
Yeah.
But the world still fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we're expected to do way more because the communication has sped everything up.
Yeah. So, no.
And I think, yeah, that's just somebody that has this idea of people that, you know, are somehow working at like Starbucks or some sort of service job, but also wasting $18,000 a year, you know?
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot of people I'd hold my nose and vote for this time. I mean, I would probably vote for Beto if he got the nomination, although he's disappeared weirdly enough. Yeah, weird disappearance with that guy. Like, very weird for me.
He's going to rebrand. I think he's doing some rebranding. He's probably went and did some market research.
I think aliens came and got him. His parent aliens came and got him, and they're like rewiring his human brain, and they're going to send him back, and he's going to try a new thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think there's a lot of the people. I will probably vote. And I hope it's somebody that I can somewhat, like a Bernie Sanders, that I can believe in some whatever tiny little way that
what makes me, that's why I just don't care about the whole thing, because they fuck that guy over so hardcore.
Yep.
They're not willing to just, like, I mean, fuck. If Jason took off and started getting more popularity than me and you, I'd be right behind Jason, like helping him like get higher and higher, right? Like if you got a winning fucking horse, you don't you capitalize on.
You don't
it,
cut
right?
him
you
off.
fucking win. You win. You put all your money into it.
I mean, it's a WWE thing, right?
Yeah,
like when
it is WWE. You're right.
It's like some guy gets really popular. They don't want that guy to get popular, so they do whatever they can to knock him down so that the guy that they get popular gets to be bigger.
Yeah,
and that's what this thing seems like. And again, that I'm with you too. I don't have any faith in them. I don't have any faith that they're gonna see him as popular and just be like, we got to beat this guy. This is the guy that can do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have faith in that party apparatus, and I think it's crazy to even have faith in the party apparatus at this point. I think when people are like, I think Bernie's gonna get the win the primary, I'm like, please, just, I know you have to be enthusiastic if you're like pushing for this guy to get there.
Yeah.
Don't, like, in your mind, like in the back of your mind, just know
Right.
that there's a party apparatus that's doing everything it can to bend the rules so that he doesn't win. And don't.
It could be a squeaker, but yeah, like don't get too excited. There's going to be work to do either way, whether he wins or when he probably doesn't win.
Yeah. So that's the show. Joe Biden's racist. That's
Joe
how
Biden
I'm going
is
to end the
just
show.
straight up racist.
He is just a racist man.
He's just, I mean, he's kind of a race realist in a way, probably. Just
he
thinks he knows kind of how each kind of stereotypical person is, you know? He knows what food they like. He probably says the type of food every time he meets somebody.
Do you think, like, when he talks to somebody that's like, I don't know, like, he talks to a person from China, he's like, oh, man, I love lo mein.
Yeah.
It's like my shit.
Thailand. Pad Thai.
Yeah.
Pad Thai. I love it. I get it hot, too.
He, like, vacations.
Oh, I love it hot.
He vacations in Italy.
Yeah.
And he just fucking constantly, everything he says to people is like, oh, spaghetti and meatballs, man.
Yeah.
That's my shit. You guys make it the best over here.
Right.
Spaghetti.
I'm very concerned, and we're talking about documents earlier and what kind of rights we have. And I would say, one thing, as being someone that was stolen as a baby and claimed as property of the United States government, I'd rather buy into some sort of a system that gave me the right to slap someone in the face if they walked up to me and said it was cool to wear condoms.
He did say that, dude.
I know.
He did
He's
say we have to go to black communities and
Hey,
let
what's
people
up,
know.
Jack? Put on a Jimmy hat.
Right, that's probably how he thought he should say it.
No, he was like, he tells people he speaks jive. He still tells people I speak jive. He's like, don't worry, man, I got this. I speak jive.
But the sad fucking thing is about all these things we're saying is that stuff was framed as charming.
Oh, I know.
For years.
Yeah.
For 8 fucking years.
I mean, that was liberalism. I mean, that was really, I do feel like there was a point where people did think that everybody was equal, especially around that Barack Obama time. This predates it, though. This is like
2007.
Yeah.
Which is during the primaries.
Yeah.
Probably the very early primaries. Because remember, most of the debates in the Democratic debate at that time were just Hillary versus Obama near the end.
Yeah, but
there.
like also you had like Lisa Lampanelli screaming about like every race that she fucked like on Comedy Central at the time. And the same with like, people like all the fucking white comedians that lined up to make like semi-racist jokes about Flava Flav.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit,
Yeah. I remember
fucking
those days.
just like you're dark as fuck, basically just saying
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just couldn't get away with it now.
Right. I'm not even saying that he should be held to words that he said in 2007.
Sure.
I'm saying that the flippant attitude and the racism.
And he also said he will never apologize and doesn't feel bad. So he doesn't feel bad for doing that.
I know.
He did say that like this year.
Yeah. But I'm saying like the reason these things are bad, these character traits are bad and they make him not good, and it just was like Amy Poehler in The Onion turned him into like, oh, he's just your crazy fucking uncle that just says crazy stuff. Well, my fucking crazy uncle is racist. You know
Yeah, my crazy uncle shouldn't be in charge of anything. Yeah, you're right. I mean, these like office workers or like dinks with like no, dual income, no kid type people that just think that everything was flowers and rainbows, and just think of like it being at a cocktail party where some old man shows up and just starts telling it like it is in a progressive way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a comedian that is kind of liberal, but they also are willing. They're like, oh, I don't play by the fucking rules.
Yeah.
I play by the rules conservatives do. Because if you're gonna fight a conservative, you gotta be nastier than the conservative. I actually used to believe that. So
Yeah, he's gonna do. He's gonna do like 15 minutes on like why people don't feed the poor, and then a half hour on welfare queens.
Yeah. I mean, I think it shows his judgment fucking sucks, and I also, again, Brett asked me, and I'm being completely serious. I think if you were to ask if I had to vote tomorrow and Joe Biden was the nominee, I'd probably just stay home. What?
You want more bad news about Joe Biden?
What?
Someone said he literally called an Asian guy the wisest man in the Orient.
When?
I don't know.
Person that's
We have to
listening,
look
could you
at-
say when he did that?
Please let us know when that.
Did
when
he
that
was he giving a speech and he said, "Oh hey,
Jesus
I heard
Christ.
this quote. An Asian man who's the wisest man in the Orient said it." He probably thinks every Asian person knows karate.
2014, dude.
God damn, dude! What is this guy?
Yeah, he's
Why
he's
are we-
awful. I mean, but you're right. It is comes down to narrative, and as we learned about the internet, we tried to hand the internet over to other people, and they just used it for confirmation bias instead of like looking up and just watching videos of these assholes and the things they say. They decided to just skim through Facebook, and then when the Onion posts an article about he accidentally, reeked of booze because he
Liquid
was
swords.
He was hanging out with sorry, I forgot his name. Hanging out with Bill Murray all night, you know?
Yeah. Epic Bill Murray bacon shit. Yeah.
He's like, Joe Biden downs his 30-second margarita with jizza.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That is the Joe Biden, though, that a certain class of people know.
This motherfucker, he will evict you. This motherfucker will evict you, and he's the type of asshole that will take your bong and smash it on the fucking ground.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have it if you're getting evicted. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have weed if you're getting evicted.
Yeah.
I mean, we're preaching to the choir with our listeners, but it is important to understand
I think
how other people see them.
I really got to know the temp on this one. Because I don't know where we're at. Nobody's posting on the Facebook. Everybody is so withdrawn on Facebook. Like, other than the crazy ass people that listen to our show.
But it's so early.
I have not seen. Yeah, you're right. Regular people aren't ready to. There's too many people, and if you reveal your hand right now, you're just inviting a whole bunch of like fights, and then people thinking you're an idiot that you backed like Beto O'Rourke when he had no chance or something.
But it is like kind of, he announced, and then I saw polls the next day that said he was up by 24 points. Like,
okay,
the next day after he announced, like he's the top guy, and the next guy's Bernie, like 24 points under him. So he has a significant lead.
Beto?
No, fucking Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe Biden.
He has a significant lead.
I've heard that. I did hear that as well.
But Beto has disappeared, and he's
gone.
Just who would even know where he's been? Like, I haven't even seen a picture of him in 3 weeks.
He's trying to.
What happened? We were talking about him on this show.
I know what he's gonna do.
What?
He's gonna do like the school transfer thing. So he's gonna take the summer off. We're not gonna see him at all. When school starts, he's gonna come back with like a new haircut,
That's smart.
different jeans and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just completely switch up the look.
I just don't. How a guy like that disappears.
Yeah,
but I
he
think
seemed pretty easy to find before.
I
think we memed him out of existence. I think that probably like I would say if I wanted to run for president, I'm really feeling myself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I got something to say. I'm going to stand on the table and shout it from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
And then like a million people point out how fucking corny that is. I would be like,
well,
yeah.
But he didn't, though. He did
didn't
it
care.
like 47 times before he disappeared. Like, what?
Bring back
the last
Beto.
thing I saw with
Bring back Beto. Get rid of Biden. I'll take Beto over Biden.
Me too.
That's the bargaining I'll do.
The last Beto thing I saw that was really funny was he said I mean, it's not funny because it is technically true, but he said the community should have a farm-to-table restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that has a certain connotation,
Yeah.
farm-to-table, that it means that my dinner is going to cost $70.
Yeah. I mean, you literally just said I want to gentrify.
Yeah.
We need more gentrification in this country.
Yeah. And I think he was doing it in a nicer. I
feel the same way. I agree with like I'm that same kind of like a ditz in that I'm like, fuck, man, everybody should have this like fucking bomb ass, fake meat shit that I'm eating right now.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a lot more that needs to come before, that
everybody just gets to spend $80 on a fucking, a whole pig at a restaurant.
Right. Lardon.
No, he uses the whole pig, not just pieces of it, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
You could suck on the bones, All right, let's end the show.
Nose to tail.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Street Fight Radio. This is the #1 anarchy podcast anywhere on the fucking flat earth. Thanks for being here. I hope you aren't wearing shoes. That's the best way to enjoy the show. It makes you the most grounded. Please support us on Patreon. We are big shots that have TSA PreCheck, but I need to hire people, really. I'd love to spend more money on making videos and getting some posts going, some memes. If you're a meme smith and you're interested in some work, let me know at streetfightradio@gmail.com. I'm looking for memes to put on our pages and shit to help get people into this shit so that someday we can all join together and overthrow all the governments in the world and create a horizontally organized workers' party of people that are ready to work less. So if you're ready to spread this mess across the U.S., please tell somebody, tell your friends, your family, subscribe to the show. We'll be back later this week. We're Street Fight. Peace.
I'm going to take this with me.